Hi everybody, I'm Andre Young, and welcome to the You Evolving Now Thought of the Week. I hope everybody's having a great day and ready to evolve. Thank you so much for tuning in. In You Evolving Now forum, I'm going to ask you a question from my book, answer it, and then ask it back to you. Today's topic is adjustment, adjusting. Now, we all know that change can be one of the most annoying, frustrating, anxiety producing things that we can do. However, success can be found in your adjustments, you making a decision to adjust. Because if it's not working now, maybe something needs to change a little bit for us to get there. So the goal doesn't change, but the path in which you take to get there may need to. So I want to tell you a quote, ask a question, and I'm going to answer it for you. If you want something you've never had, then you've got to do something you've never done. Unknown. How have you adjusted your strategies to achieve your goals? A very simple thing comes to mind that has turned out to be a very big thing in me accomplishing my goals. I have a lot of thoughts in the day and I'm all over the place, and me and organization were not best friends. So one, from an organizational standpoint, I needed some help. Another thing is I can be a bit of a procrastinator. Not currently, but in my past self, I was a huge procrastinator. And there's another side of me is I don't like doing what I don't want to do, as most of us, right? So I used to work in a job before, and there was a woman that worked there. And she always used to carry around this notebook. It was a regular sized notebook, and it went with her everywhere. And I would often see her writing things down, and I realized that every time somebody asked her a question, she had an answer. Every time I asked her a question, she had an answer. Now I was a supervisor. She knew more than I did in regards to having to answer right away and fast. And I found myself, going to her a lot and valuing the fact that she always knew something and could give it to me right away. And what I learned is, hey, I can do that too. Or I want to do that too. So I asked her one day, what's in that book? And she opened it up and she showed me, and it was a list of names, phone numbers, dates, different things that she needed to know or she found was important. So if anytime somebody needed something, she would open it up, she could go to it and give you your answer right away. Also, if you needed something done, she was able to do that and was willing to do that right away, cross that off her list, give you your answer, and then move on to the next thing that she needed to do. And I found that to this day to be so invaluable. And I made an adjustment. I made an adjustment when I started a new job, when I wanted to learn something different. I made sure I had my book. When I went into meetings, I made sure I had a book. So when somebody was teaching me, whether a supervisor, whether a manager, whether a coach, or whatever, I wanted to be able to write it down because chances are if I wrote it down, it's going to stick more. Two, if I needed to know it again, because I'm a big person on repetition. If I don't do it a lot, I forget it a lot. So being able to refer back to it, okay, these were the steps and the steps in which I wrote down that are going to help me to be successful so I don't have to keep asking again. It also gave me the credibility and the knowledge. So when someone asked me a question, I was able to then refer to my book if I didn't know it, answer it, and then move on with my day. Another adjustment that I made was doing the things right away. Doing the things that I necessarily didn't want to do or had to do or were on my list, doing them in a fashion that was getting them done and finding a way to like them. So those were two big adjustments. Getting a book caused me to be organized, more knowledgeable, more credible. And doing things that I didn't want to do in an organized fashion as something that I checked off the list that had to be done, needed to be done, and finding a way to find joy in it. Because people know when you are dissatisfied at what you have to do. And that's not their fault, should not be their problem, and it's up to you to make that change. So I ask you, What's your dream? What's your goal? Whether that's in life, what's your dream in life? What's your dream over the next year? What are you doing about it right now? And what adjustments have you made or do you need to make to reach your dream? Think about those questions. Talk about those questions. But more importantly, begin to live your answer. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you continue to have a fantastic day and happy evolving. Check out youevolvingnow.com for more that we offer and begin to live your best life today. See you later.